So what's up today? If you're watching this, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below. I got Mr. David Z here on the channel. We're here to provide you value as much as possible. In this channel, I want to bring you different people from different businesses that are out there hustling, making a living. So Mr. David, thanks for being here, bro. I appreciate you.
Thanks for the invite, man. I was flattered, to say the least, I just try to keep my head down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what sparked my interest in you, bro, is I see you every day on Facebook. I see you literally putting stories out there, and I think the power of stories are so important because people are scared to share this because they're scared of being judged. And one thing I saw from you is you don't care, bro. You don't give a fuck about what anybody has to say. And those are the people that I want to surround myself with. And I think those are the people that other people need to be around.
Yeah, I post everything, man, like my fails, my wins, the shit I'm going through with, like, business and stuff, because it's real. And that's where I learned, when I would see people's failures and they would share, like, oh, this is what happened because I fucked up, pendejo, and this is how I fixed it. You're like, oh, damn. So next time I run across that, I know how to fix it because I know how to reference it to, you know what I mean? So, I just share what's really going on, bro, like the truth, like the shit that happens, People don't know until you talk about it, you know what I mean?
And you see that from the other side, from the outside perspective. So I actually met David at an event, and I've been keeping up with you on social media, on Facebook. That's how I knew about you, and you're somebody that's constantly there, and you see that from miles away, bro. Like, from an outsider in, I just want to say, good fucking job, bro. Like, I know that hustle, I know the pain, and just the realness behind you is so fucking real, and that's what's going to separate anybody, is being real with yourself. You're fucking real, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. As I said, it's crazy, bro. Like, people don't talk about it, but it's not, what TikTok makes it out to be. It's not, I have a saying with people at my office. And I'm sure this person is a nice person. I never met him, but I have a saying that says, fuck Robert Kiyosaki. The reason being, I never met him, But the reason I say that is because if you go and look at his page, it talks about, oh, how I made $1 million and this and that. The crash is coming. Give me some real shit, though, bro. Like, how? Who? What? Like, but no, it's all about yada, yada. So that's why I'm just like when people tell me, oh, man, I'm going to, read this book. And I'm like, fuck the author of that book, bro. Go fucking make the call, dog. Like,
go
call
fuck
the
up.
leads.
Go fuck up.
Yeah, go fuck it up. Bro, for real, like that call right there. Like, I have a guy right now that he comes to me, right? I'm all like, I don't know what to do here. And I'm like, me either, bro. And I was like, I don't want to fuck it up. I'm like, me either, bro. So what I do, I'm like, fuck it up. And it goes back again to my dad, right? Since I was a kid, my dad would always tell me, and this is in Spanish, right? So if you don't know Spanish, I'm sorry, I'll translate. But my dad would always tell me, si se va a desmadrar, que se desmadre, pero se tener miedo no sirve. Which translates to, if it's going to fuck up, let it fuck up. But don't be scared to fuck it up. You know what I mean? And my dad always told me that shit when I was a kid, like, helping him out. He's all like, just fucking do it. You know what I mean? So I have that ingrained in my head, bro. Like, if I fuck it up, all right, I learned a lesson. If I, lose 20 grand, there's gurus out there charging you 25 grand to teach you this shit I just learned, and I lost 20 grand hands on. You know what I mean? So
what I call that is like paying for college.
Yeah.
Instead of paying for college, you're paying for your fuck ups. But think about that, like failure. You're not scared of fucking up. And people, I think, get scared of fucking up because they don't want to fail. But something I always say is you can't fail if you don't give up. What are your thoughts on that?
Bro, who said failure was bad? Show them to me. Google it. Who said failure was bad? Failure is not bad, bro.
You know who teaches that?
Who?
Our schools.
Oh, yeah.
Our schools. I mean, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But look at what they do to our kids.
Yeah.
Look at what they're teaching. Oh, you got an F in fucking science, biology, doing this, that. I didn't know how to fucking do that because that's not who I wanted to be.
Right.
But think about that's indulged in our kids' head every single from pre-K all the way up to high school. Even college, you can't fail.
Yeah, man. So there's I tell my son this. My son's 8 years old. He just turned 8, and every day when I drop off at school, I'm like, I don't say, things like make sure you do good. Or, I don't say shit like that. It's hey, do your best, okay? That's all I tell him, right? And it's because of that, bro. I don't want him to be scared of fail. I don't want him to be scared of fail. I'm not scared of fail, bro. I tell people that partner up with me, like, and when things start getting, partnerships, and you've gone through partnerships, and when shit starts getting, heated, I was like, fucking take it from me, bro. I fucking dare you. Because I know I'll get it back. Just like that. Because I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? Me la pelas. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I love that you said that because I was just put in that position. I said, have it all, bro. Have it all.
Yeah,
because
it's all here.
what we already did, we did. What we know how to do, we know how to do, bro.
It's all right there, bro. Like, you could take my bank accounts, take my houses, take whatever the fuck you want. Take it, bro. But guess what? I'm going to build it twice as better or more because I know how to do it. And I don't ask anybody to do it for me. So, and that's the thing, right? I'm not scared, bro. I'm not scared to fail. Like, I grew up in Socorro. Like, I lived in half a house for the majority of my life with fucking, the fucking fiber, whatever the fuck. It's, I'm brain fart right now, bro. Like, exposed wall studs, like, and I was happy, bro.
Everything.
Fine.
Everything. The stove to turn on the heater.
I'm lethal, bro. You know what I mean? So I know that if I hit rock bottom, I'll come back. I thrive at rock bottom. That's what I tell myself. Mm-hmm. I thrive at rock bottom. You know what I mean? Because that's what I learned. That's where I learned. That's where my back gets put against the wall when I hit rock bottom. And that's where I'm like, all right, boom, 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 let's go. You know what I mean? But if you don't hit rock bottom, if someone's always there to rescue you, someone's always there to save you, you're not going to learn. You're always going to depend on somebody to teach you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, like, it's, failure is not a bad thing at all.
So talking about rock bottom, would you agree that happiness is a choice? Because you could still be happy at rock bottom?
I don't think happiness is a choice.
Okay.
I think happiness is an understanding, I would say. Just me thinking about it right now, right?
Okay.
I would say that happiness is more of understanding that you're going to be all right. You know? Beans are good, bro. Beans and rice is fucking good. You know what I mean? So is the steak. Would I prefer a steak? Of course. The beans and rice is good.
Beans are good.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take that right now.
Tortilla and ham.
Hey, let's go.
Tortilla and bologna. Yes, sir.
Eggs and weenie. Let's go. You know what I mean? Fine, bro. Like, and it's crazy, right? Talking about food, right? There's a meal that I remember from when I was a kid that my mom made. And of course, you're a kid, you don't know what's going on, right? My mom would make us rice with weenies and tomato sauce, right? And that was slap, bro.
That shit was slap, bro.
Right? And
bro,
now, as an adult with kids, I'm like, oh shit. My mom was going through it. And that's what she made us rice with weenies and tomato sauce, bro. You know what I mean? Bro. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I mean? And as a kid, you're naive, but maybe as a kid, you also understand that you're going to be all right. You know what I mean? Weenies and rice is fine, dude. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, it's, rock bottom is, it's hard, right? You know, all the stress, especially if you have a family. I get it, but you have to remind yourself that you're capable. You're capable. Apply yourself. If there's skills that are checkpoints that you have to acquire as you grow, and if you miss those checkpoints, it's okay. Go back, right? If you don't know how to read, fucking go back, motherfucker. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to do 2 + 2, okay, go back, right? It's all right. But if you decide to just sit there and stay stagnant, that's when rock bottom becomes sad. Because you know that there's no way out. In your head, when in reality there's ways out, but you just, and I get it, right? Depression's a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these, chemical imbalances in your head are a motherfucker, but, I make posts sometimes about that stuff, and oh man, I get a bunch of people talking shit, right? I'm all like, shut the fuck up, do the work. You know what I mean? And people get mad at me. Oh, even my wife, right? She's like, how are you so insensitive? I'm like,
We've been there. You've been there. You were there.
Yeah.
You pulled yourself out.
Yeah. Like, am I traumatized? Fuck yeah, I'm traumatized. You know what I mean? Oh wow, those are the cards I was dealt. Right? What am I gonna do? Cry about it? No. I gotta keep going. I got kids. I got a wife. I got my parents. You gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, honestly, like my wife, she kind of like she doesn't get mad at me, but she's just like, you're crazy, right? But I thrive in rock bottom. I thrive in rock bottom, bro. That's where I get comfortable. Like, not comfortable as I want to stay there, but I'm like, all right, let's go.
Let's go. Here it is. It's here.
Doubt me, right? You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about that mental shift, because you have to shift your mindset, because when people think problems are like, oh my gosh. So talking about like when you first got started, transition, you have another business besides real estate, right?
Right.
So like getting started, do you remember that moment when you mentally shifted your head and you're like, I'm here, or has it always been like that for you? Like figuring it out next level, figuring out taking the risk next level.
Bro, honestly, like I give a lot of gratitude to my dad, right?
Okay.
I got lucky, right? People talk about privilege. There's privilege everywhere. I was privileged enough to struggle as a kid. You know what I mean? My dad and I built a house when I was in middle school and high school, right? Did we know how to? Fuck no. Me and my dad would drive to new construction houses to look and see how they put the fucking wood, bro. Oh, that's how they did it. All right, cool. Let's go. Right? We'd go take pictures or whatever. And then me and my dad would go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy whatever amount of wood he had left from that week's pay. He got like $600 a week, bro. Like with a family of 5. Damn. Right? 3, 4, 5 studs. And we go put them. Right? So I always had that. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. We have a problem. Let's figure out what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was I guess I got lucky, man. I got lucky to come from that because, again, it happened to me when the recession happened in 08, 07, 08, 09, whatever. My dad lost his job, right? And he's a welder. And he taught me how to weld as a kid, right? All that stuff. And that's when he was like, oh, I got laid off, but we know how to weld, right? So he started doing little gates for people, friends and family, right? And I was 18, 19 years old. So I was forced into entrepreneurship, right? Because my dad doesn't have the education, right? He has his hard work.
Fucking hard work.
Yeah, that's all my dad knows, right? That's what he taught me, right? And when that happened, and I was, okay, I guess we're starting a company, right? I didn't know what net and gross was, bro. Like, I didn't know what that was. I was like trying to Google shit, like trying to go to the library to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, how do you start a business? How do you do bookkeeping? To this day, I suck at it, right? But I was forced to figure it out, right? Because my dad was trying to start a business. He didn't know anything about business. He knew how to work hard, right? He knew how, hey, we're going to spend $100 to sell it for $300. That's what he knew, right? And I had to figure out how to register the business. I had to figure out how to, make invoices, contracts. I had to figure out how to make a website, bro, like HTML. I didn't know jack shit about that. I'm all there trying to figure it out, But that's how I was raised, man. Every step of my life has always been, you're fucked. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So now as an adult, I'm so grateful for those lessons, bro. I am so grateful. Like, I've met people with degrees, with, silver spoons that shit hits the fan and they ball up. You know what I mean? And it's just, damn, bro, how are you gonna let that happen? You're a person just like I am, right?
Human.
fuck Robert Kiyosaki. He's a person like I am. Like, why is he better
Why
than me?
him? Why not me?
Exactly. Right? The fuck? You know what I mean? So, I just have that mentality, bro. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not starstruck, right? If I see a celebrity, like, whatever I'm at, oh, that's cool, you know? It's another person, dude. It's another person. Like, leave them alone. You know
We're
what
all
I mean?
human.
Yeah, bro. We're all human. We'll have, most of us, right? We have 2 hands, 2 feet, and a brain. Put it to use. You know what I mean? Figure it out, you know? That's how I was raised, man. Like, not on purpose. That's just the cards we were dealt.
That's the way the cards we were dealt, 100%. So going back to, I guess I want to go further before you moved to Dallas, because that's what we're talking about. That 2008, 2009, you guys start this business. How does that go for you? How's that?
Terrible, bro. It's hard, you know. We're you know, I used to drive around in a truck, and a 1990s Chevy with 2 doors in the back of the truck, 2 wrought iron doors in the back of the truck. I would post up in the side of the road, bro, just waiting for people to stop. I didn't know shit about marketing. I don't know jack shit about marketing. I was just like, people gotta see my product. I'll just pull over right here. And sure enough, that's how it hit, bro. Like, people would come. Oh, these, it started going from there. Now we install doors and for a bunch of the top builders in El Paso. You know what I mean? And I'm not even involved in that business anymore. You know, my brother and my dad do that. You know, that's how they make a living. But my little brother was, I don't know, 12 years old. He was sitting in the truck with me, like we were just, you know what I mean, like
yeah.
Just we'll figure it out.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, man. And that's the business that I tried to expand to Dallas. That's why I moved to Dallas. Right?
Okay.
And I moved to Dallas when my son was 1 year old. At that point, I was going to Dallas every week. From here to Dallas, I would leave on Thursday, come back Monday. Leave on Thursday, come back Monday. From here to Dallas, bro. And I had a 1 year old. Well, I had a baby at that point, you know. So my wife would just, all right, I got it, you know. And I would go to do quotes, bro.
Ooh.
I'm here in El Paso. I was trying to post on Facebook over there, trying to get, you know, people to call us and stuff. I would get people to call us, right? Hey, I want a quote. I was like, I'm in El Paso, right? I'm like, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. And it's like 6 p.m., right? So I'll be like, fuck. Get my shit ready, drive all night. You know what I mean? Get there to Dallas, take a nap at a fucking Love's, and then go straight to the appointment. You know what I mean? And then they'll be like, oh, things will let you know. And then I'm like, all right, fuck it. I remember this one time, man. My dad went with me. And my dad, he's a dad, so he doesn't want me to struggle. He doesn't want me to do all this stuff, right? So one time I get a call for an appointment, bro, in Frisco, Texas. If you look up Frisco, Texas right now, it's where all the millionaires live, right? You have all these fucking, that's where Ezekiel Elliott had a house or whatever, right? So I get a quote in Frisco, right? And I get the address, and I just quickly Google it, and it's like by all these new construction houses. I'm like, oh fuck, hell yeah! So we drive all the way down. It's me and my dad. He goes with me this one time, and we're going through Frisco, all these big houses and condos, and I don't know if you've ever been there, but at that point, I think they were still building the stadium for the practice stadium for the Cowboys. And we're going through all these mansions, bro, right? And we get to this area where there's a lake, and I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be a lake house. Turns out it's a little shack of a house, bro, on the lake. That was where the appointment was. And they told me no. So me and my dad drove all the way to Dallas, thinking it was gonna be some mansion. We're like, oh shit, hell yeah, we're gonna do, you know, it's gonna be a great deal, whatever. And we get to this super, super small house, like falling apart. I was like, bro, like, you should not be getting the door. Like, I told him, like, bro, you probably have other things to fix before you get this iron door. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, man, it's just, we had to. I had no other choice, right? I had to figure it out to make that business take off in Dallas. I didn't give a fuck.
You were committed.
Yeah.
Committed. How committed?
Yeah,
the
right?
fact that you've, whatever it took, and I think a lot of people don't understand commitment. Commitment comes from a decision. You made that decision. I'm going to do whatever it takes to figure this shit out. You became committed.
Yeah, man. So we moved to Dallas after some time because I started getting stuff over there. I started getting, orders and stuff. And
When you start getting orders, how did that feeling? How did it feel?
you know what, man? I have a hard time remembering feelings.
Okay.
Because there's certain feelings that I'm like, oh, I remember feeling happy about this stuff, but I don't remember that, to be honest with you. If I think about it, it's probably because I was in the mission, like, fuck all that, let's go, you know what I mean? But I don't remember how I felt, man, to be honest, just because it was a lot of, like, that. I remember feeling so upset about that appointment. I remember me and my dad was, like, laughing, like, the whole way, right? Because what are you going to do, right? Laugh about it, right? Oh, hasta acá me trae este cabrón, una. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The whole way just ragging on me, my dad. I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? But, it just, I don't know, man. When it started hitting off, we moved over there. Because I was like, I need to make this blow up over there, right? And me being, where I'm from, the education that I have, and the experience that I have, I didn't have a lot of what it took, as in the business sense. When I got over there and I started talking to people and builders are like, I need, 50 doors, 20 doors a month. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Because I had a little shop in Juarez, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way, And that's when it started to hit me that I did it too soon, too fast. I didn't set my systems and processes in place correctly. I didn't have my logistics in place correctly. I didn't set myself up for success, right? And that is where, let's go and figure it out. That's where that hit the wall, where I was like, oh, fuck. I can do all this all I want, but unless I have a good foundation, it's never going to get anywhere. So there's a point where those two meet, right? Mm-hmm. Setting yourselves up for success and commitment. Because if all you have is commitment, great. But then there's going to be a point that's only going to take you so far. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to come back and be like, all right, if I want to go further, I need to stabilize.
Build the foundation.
Build the foundation, And I didn't know it at the time, right? But that's what my struggle was. I had all these opportunities that I couldn't take. And I had all these things coming up, and I couldn't figure it out. I kept trying and trying, couldn't figure it out. And at that point, that's kind of when I came across real estate. And, it's me, my dad, and my brother in the wrought iron business, and we had like 2 or 3 workers in Juarez, right? And I'm over there by myself in Dallas, understanding the business, how the demand of the business is over there. And to relay that message to my dad, it was hard, bro, right? Because it's my dad, right? What are you going to tell your dad if he doesn't listen to your plan? Right?
Yeah, I know exactly.
What are you going to tell your dad, bro,
Yeah.
So that was that. We're at that point, like, I had so many things I needed to get done, and I couldn't relay that message to my dad because he still saw me as his son, his little boy, right? Yeah. And, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be his little boy as long as I can, because now that I see my son, I want him to be my little boy as long as I can, right? Yeah. So now I understand that, right? But at that point, it was frustrating, right? So then I started learning about real estate when I was trying to find a house for myself for owner finance, because I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to go through a mortgage, 30-year mortgage, where I end up paying 2-3 times more what the house is worth over 30 years. At least I knew that. I had that concept in my head, right? So I started looking for owner finance houses on Facebook and Craigslist, bro. And that's when I started finding all these wholesalers, right? And I'm just like, this shit's illegal, dude. You motherfuckers are crazy. You guys are robbing people out here in Dallas. You guys are crazy out here. But now I started doing my research on it, right? Because I started realizing, like, looking at keywords like assignment, right? Like EMD, title, like, what the hell are they doing? Deed, all this shit, right? So I started doing my research, bro. And I started following people on social media that would talk about it, right? And I started just, listening to Steve Train, podcast. Just anywhere I would go, anytime I was in the truck, I would listen to a podcast. Saturdays at home, when I'm making breakfast for my kids, Steve Train on the speaker, you know what I mean? Listening to the podcast, right? Trying to understand. And like I was telling you earlier, that's certain point when I was doing my research, they were having an event, and they still do it. It's called Texas Tuesdays. Shout out to Ryan Jackson. Okay, I'm in Dallas and Fort Worth. He had this event. He still has it, but to this day, and it's getting better and better. He's a badass. It had this event called Texas Tuesdays. Every first Tuesday of the month, as you know, the foreclosure auction happens. After the auction, he has his event called Texas Tuesdays, and he still has guest speakers, and they'll go talk for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, network a little bit, And that time he had a guy called Corey. His name's Corey Thompson, and he's out in East Texas, right? He's this just a normal guy, regular guy, hardworking. He used to be in the oil field. Just he knows about hard work, but he's fucking smart, right? Super smart. One of the smartest guys that I know, right, to this day. And I go to this event after installing, this gate or whatever, right? All dirty and stuff. And I go to this event.
You almost didn't go, right?
I almost didn't go because I got home super tired, right? I just installed this heavy-ass iron door with a guy from El Salvador that I just picked up at Home Depot that morning, you know what I mean? Because my dad and my brother are in El Paso.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure it out, right? And so it was a struggle, right? So I'm just tired, just mentally drained, all that shit. And my wife's like, just go. I'm like, all right, I don't have time to shower. She's like, who gives a fuck? Just go. And I'm like, all right, fuck. So I go. And I get to this place, and it's like an auditorium, bro. And there's all kinds of people, man, just in suits, people dressed as dirty as I am. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, shit, okay. And I sit down, I'm listening, and they're talking about wholesaling, right? And they're like, yeah, you just get a contract. You get it, for a good price, and you try to find a buyer for it. And I was like, that's it? Yeah, just where do I get the contract? Hey, who gives this guy a contract? Right? I don't know who. I was like, yeah, who email you a contract? I was like, oh shit, okay. I can find people who sell me a house for cheap, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, damn, this doesn't sound that hard. Fuck no. So then I start like getting all into it and stuff more, right, as I've been doing my research, bro, and it's just failures after failures, bro. Just terrible. Just you think you got a deal, and it turns out it's not a deal. You think the seller's gonna sign with you, and then they don't sign with you. You come across a title issue. What the hell's going on? Like it's just like non-stop problem,
So let's go back real quick because that was actually one of the questions that I had for you is this event. How did this event change your life?
So in that event, I guess I realized that it doesn't matter who you are. You just gotta do the work. Because that's all people there, man. Like, yeah, I made 20 grand last month. Oh, I made whatever. And I'm just like, you don't look like a special person to me. You know what I mean? You're a normal dude, right? Like, how the fuck, So that's when I started realizing, and they were so helpful, bro. Helpful. Call me if you have any questions. Call me if you get stuck. Call me if you need this and that, whatever. Everybody there was, how can I help you? What can I do for you, right? Everybody, man. Like, it was so crazy. I raised my hand. I was like, are you guys really saying that if I find a property and get it under contract, I can sell it? And then I don't know if it was Corey, somebody's like, who in here is a buyer to buy David's contract? And everybody's like, like, oh shit, like, dang, And sure enough, man, I just started following more people from that group. And I started meeting, like actually messaging them, hey man, it's David or whatever. But the thing that really, really, really like stuck out to me is that, I mean, I was born and raised here in El Paso, like I was telling you earlier, and I wasn't used to people being like, let me show you how I do this, right? Especially in construction, like the maestro doesn't want to show the apprentice how he figured out how to do whatever, right? But when I was out there, man, it was the total opposite. Everybody wanted to show you how. Everybody wanted to work with you. Everybody wanted to figure it out. What can I do for you? Da da da. And that's something that just blew my mind. And those people were banking it more than the people that hold the secrets. You know what I'm saying?
I want to dive into that real quick. Is like, I always preach this: is the more value you're able to provide to people, the more opportunity you're able to create. Yeah. Meaning, the more people you're able to help out, the more opportunity you create. And we live in a city where you see it. Oh no! Why are you teaching them this? Why are you doing that? Why are you showing them? Why? Are you... I get shit all the time for my morning Zoom calls because it's free. It's 30 minutes. But people fail to realize that not only is it helping me, it's a role play how to talk to sellers, myself, my students, but everybody else. And if we could go out there and help and change someone's life, guess what? It's going to come back even more. But I think that's just the mindset here. Is so fucking small, you experience that, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is out here? This is real? You real? You guys robots or something?
Yeah, man, you think there's not enough deals out there. There's way, bro. I'm sure you have this. Too many leads. Too many leads. My problem right now is how can I actually fucking go to those appointments? How can I actually close these deals? Like, that's the problem is not leads. The problem is systems and processes.
SOPs.
That's my problem, right? Standard operating procedures. How can we manage 30 deals a month? 30 deals a month are out there.
They're
That's
everywhere.
not the problem.
The leads aren't the problem.
No. The problem is, how do you manage closing, funding 30 deals a month, right? And that's where you're just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, the problem is not the lack of opportunity. The problem is setting up yourself to capture that opportunity. And that's what I learned in Dallas. When I couldn't fucking capture a builder literally telling me, I forgot how many, like 30 doors a month. My dream come true, right? Oh shit, we're gonna bank it. I can't do it. I can't provide you that because my systems and processes are not there. I would collapse, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like
that. Those are business breaking points that I always tell people about. Like, there's business breaking points because you could build so big and then it'll break at that certain break point, and the reason why is because you forgot something on the foundation.
You corner.
You forgot something over there. There's a crack in your foundation. You could build so big, but if your foundation cracks, the whole shit comes down.
The whole shit comes down, man. And that's the hard part too. Again, because you don't know what you don't know. Right? And here in El Paso, everybody that, for the most part, right, that gets an education leaves. Mm-hmm. Everybody that makes money leaves.
They're out.
It's starting to change right now, right? But that is the problem here in El Paso. We don't have people reinvesting into the community. We don't have people reinvesting in creating jobs, well-paid jobs, right? And so everybody that feels they have the capacity to do something big leaves. You know, and you're left with trying to figure it out on your own because those that know how to do it well, for the most part, are not here. They're in Houston, they're in Dallas, they're in Seattle, they're in New York, they're in whatever, bigger cities, right? So the resources here are slim. They're just, who are you going to call right now to help you figure out how to build 250 houses in a year? Where in Dallas you have 50 builders doing that shit right now, right? And here, maybe 2, maybe 1. I have no idea. right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem, right? You don't know what you don't know. So when you're trying to build businesses, if you don't have the right resources, the right network, the right people to ask questions to, that kicks your ass, right? And that's being from where I'm from. What kept me from, things I'm trying to do it, right? But those are my roadblocks. Like, fuck, who do I ask? Like, how do I get to 100 deals a month? How do I get to owning, 10,000 doors? Who do I ask? You're in El Paso. Who can I go knock on their door right now and ask that? Nobody. But if you go to, I don't know, Miami, I'm sure you could ask a couple people that you network with and finally met out there, right? Somebody owns half a fucking brick, right?
Half a fucking city and shit.
Yeah, right? So that's the problem, right? It's just, so here, right now, you and I have that opportunity to be that person.
I was about to say, we're here creating that.
Yeah, dude, right? And it's, I don't know if you see it. Are you here from El Paso?
Yes, born and raised here in El Paso.
I don't know if you see it, but I see El Paso's changing, bro. Changing.
Because we're changing it. And this is what I tell you, got to be willing to change and invest. And I think that's something that I'm committed to, because our culture, how uneducated is our culture about money?
Oh, bro.
Save your money, keep your money underneath the mattress, don't get in debt. No, mijo, don't do business with other people.
I don't trust banks.
No.
You know?
It's the craziest thing, and I think we have the ability to change that. And to answer your question, yes, I agree that El Paso is changing, and more people could be part of this change.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
it's something that is happening. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I see it happening, man. It's just, and I keep meeting more people from out of town. They're moving here in El Paso. And to me, that's a good sign, because that gives us diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That gives us diversity, and that is a good thing, because now you have people that are used to living in, I don't know, Kansas City, right, or Minnesota. They're used to that type of life where you can, go here, go there, and everything's available for you. You have resources. Like, you come to El Paso, you don't have that, you're gonna demand it, right? If you don't have that, now there's a demand for it. Now people like you and I, let's fill that demand, right?
Opportunity.
That's the opportunity, right? And El Paso's, for the longest time, has been hungry for opportunity. Hungry for opportunity. Like, it blows my mind that El Paso is where it's at, and we're still considered one of the poorest cities. Next to Mexico, right? We're one of the most busiest ports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Santa Teresa is the number one port in New Mexico, right? Everybody drives through here from LA to Dallas to Austin, but yet El Paso is still a little city in the corner of Texas. And that is not accidental, bro. That's by design from people that had or have the money years ago, right? Like, they just
Control.
My precious,
Bro, and some of those people are still around, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I fucking...
Go drive downtown. People are still around, right? That just, all these beautiful buildings, bro, with so much potential, rotting away. Right?
Bro, it's the craziest thing. So, just having a wormhole, another off this, but still in this, is Billy Abraham. He, back then, I had owned a bar, and I had to, bad business, had to hire an attorney. The attorney's paralegal ended up helping us out. She was dealing with Billy Abraham while he was in jail. He was in jail for killing a homeless, failed to render aid or something. And this guy would call her from jail. It was like one of those upscale jails where you could use a phone, and he'd be like, Judy, go to my dad's building. It was when his dad passed away several years. I need you to get this file. He knew where everything was. He got an offer for, I want to say, and I still have the picture, 18 of those buildings. It was off by $8 million. The offer was like $32 million, and he wanted $40 million, something like that. and he chose not to get rid of them. He continued just to hold on to them. And I remember it was the Crest, was it the Toltec building?
My offices.
Is it really?
Yeah.
They were trying to take it away. I remember the city was trying to condemn also the Crest building, and there was another building as well too. And I just remember hearing this guy, very smart but very dumb. And I'm just like, bro, like, why don't you offload one of these buildings and then start fixing up the other ones? And you got to keep in mind, this guy's in jail, bro. And I'm like, just leverage. Yeah, you're not. No, I'm gonna win. I had a couple of conversations with him, and I was much younger. And I wish I would have known what I know now, but now that, bro, I'm just like, but now looking back, I'm just like, bro. But he's one of those persons that, again, you want to control. I'm not, these are all mine. Come to find out, I know he lost like most of those buildings, bro. I think if not all of them, they're gone.
He lost them, bro.
They're done.
Yeah.
They're done, right? You probably walked away with nothing.
Shit. Yeah, bro.
But yeah, so people want control, bro. People want control, and I think it's the craziest thing. But opportunity. Listen to what you're saying. I think that's one thing that I want everybody to understand is that opportunity is everywhere. You just literally need to get your lazy ass up and fucking do something. And it's right in front of you. So let's go back to the story of 2017, right? This is where you start, go to the event, you learn, you see that there's more in Dallas. Wholesaling, that's what you discovered first.
Yeah, man, I discovered wholesaling is like, so I tried to start doing it, and my first deal was miserable, terrible, bro. Like, I did everything wrong, right? Everything wrong. I was, some guy was trying to help me out back then. Shout out to Sheldon. He was kind of helping me out, understand it, and I met him at that event, right?
You met him at the event?
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll help you out, bro, this and that." Like, he kind of gave me like a little quick, I forgot what it was, but it was like a little list of, like the steps, right? And I came across a property in Monahans, Texas. If you know where Monahans is, it's like somewhere between Pecos and Odessa, bro.
Okay.
In the middle of fucking nowhere, right? So there was a house there for $70,000. So remember, $70,000, right? And at that point, the oil was crazy out of there, right? So I was like, damn, this, from what I had been learning, this would probably hit the 1% rule or better, right? All that stuff, right? So I got under contract, bro. Not having money, not having connections, not having shit, dude, right? And I fucked up. Fucked up, bro. I just screwed it all up. I ruined people's lives. I fucking just did the worst thing possible, right? I had to cancel the contract, couldn't find a buyer. Just terrible, bro. Terrible, right? And I felt so bad about it, dude. So after that, I was like, nah, like, I cannot do this to somebody else again. You know what I'm saying? And dove back into, learning and stuff. And at that point, a buddy of mine in Dallas, he hits me up. He's like, hey, I got this guy out here trying to start a team. And I know you're trying to learn real estate, so how about I link you guys up? And sure enough, boom. So he links us up, right? And I met, shout out to Corey Moody. Out in Dallas, he's doing deals, right, by himself. He had some VAs and stuff, whatever. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So he puts me to cold call, bro. Start cold calling. And I'm like, here's a script. Cold call. I want 1,000 calls a day. I'm like, oh, shit. Mind you, I still have the raw iron business, right? So I was literally installing doors, bro, with my headset on. I had Mojo at that point. With Mojo on my phone, trying to cold call, I'm drilling shit. Right? You know what I mean?
Commitment.
Terrible.
Commitment, though.
Yeah.
You're committed. I want to learn.
But, I mean, and my numbers weren't there, right? So he gives me a call when they do, right? He's like, hey, like, I appreciate your hard work, all this stuff, but I'm looking for somebody that can commit 100 full time, and you can't. So I think it's better if we just part ways. And I was like, fuck no, right? Because I understood at that point that this skill set was life changing. This skill set would change my life and my family's life and my parents' life, my brother's life, everybody around me. Their lives would change if I mastered the skill, right?
For how long?
For how long what?
How long would their lives be changed?
Forever. Generations.
generations.
Yeah, dude.
Generations. I want to emphasize on that because people think, oh, let me get in and I'll be good. No, this will change your fucking family's life, your life, your kid's life, your parents' life forever.
Yep. So then I had to talk with my dad and my brother. I was like, hey, I got this opportunity to do this life-changing whatever. And they gotta understand. Of course, right?
How hard was it for you at that point?
Oh, bro. Hard, bro. Like, to quit, right? To quit on your family, you know?
But your family not believing you. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Or is this real? This is a scam. You can't do this. Estás loco, mijo. ¿Por qué? ¿Vas a dejarlos solos?
Eres un pinche huevón, ponte a trabajar. You know what I mean? Shit like that,
bro.
Right?
But I see this in other business owners, bro, because parents, they believe in you, but sometimes they're the last ones to actually see that. Oh shit!
And this is the thing, bro. It's not in what is the word? Malintent.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say.
In a bad way.
They don't mean it.
They're protecting you, right? They don't want you to go and struggle. They don't want you to go and fail, right? Bad fail, right? They don't want you to do all that, so they want to protect you. That's what my dad, my mom, and my sister wanted, right? They're like, why are you gonna do something like, what if you fail? What if you have, my dad would tell me, you have a son, dude. What are you doing? Tienes uno, ¿qué estás haciendo ahí? You know? I was like, that's why I'm doing it, though, you know? And it was just that, because my dad, again, right, where he comes from and what he knows is you work to feed your family. You work to feed your family. That's what you do. You don't put them, you don't jeopardize them, you know what I'm saying? You don't fuck that up. You don't abandon your family, right? And that's what I was taught as a kid, you know? And to have that in your head, bro, in your heart, right? And now you have to realize that you have to sacrifice a little bit to be better on the other side, on the other end, right? And having to explain that to your parents, your Mexican parents, right? Mm-hmm. Is the hardest shit ever, right? And that was a struggle, bro. Like, trying to let them, hey, like, this is going to change our lives, right? I need your support. Pero tu hijo, and then the other thing, too, is I was in Dallas by myself with my son and my wife, right? That's it. I had friends that I had made by then or whatever. But at that point, like, you know, if I needed to borrow money, like, if I needed somebody to watch my kid, like, I had nobody, bro, you know? So that was also a lot of things that played to it, right? Because they didn't want me to struggle, you know? But I just knew, bro. I believed in myself. I was like, I can figure this shit out. Fuck that, you know what I mean? How come he can do it, I can't, you know? And I remember thinking that, who the fuck are these motherfuckers here doing it that I can't
Why
do
them,
it?
why not me?
Why can't I do this shit, you know? Why? Because I'm from Socorro? We work fucking harder than all you motherfuckers here, you know what I mean?
1,000%, bro.
That's the other thing, okay? When I was in Dallas, I would meet people from El Paso, right? And I would, like, talk to them and stuff. Bro, hard fucking working people, bro. Succeeding out there. I was like, that's El Paso shit right there. You know?
1,000, bro. That's one thing about El Paso, bro.
We grind it out.
Bro, grind it out.
Happy as fuck.
1,000%, bro.
For real, bro. Like, honestly, like, that El Paso has some hard-working people, bro. And we work fucking hard in this city, bro. Like, and that's what it is. That's
our culture, bro. That's our culture here,
you know? And it's just our culture, right? So, and this is what I remember thinking this. I don't know who I told this, right? Imagine a hardworking Latino from El Paso with an education and connections. It's over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck, we grind it out, bro, right? So I believed in myself, right? I knew that I could figure it out. I knew I knew I was going to struggle. I knew it was going to be hard. I knew all that shit. But I was like, or I'm going to regret it, right? In 5-10 years from now when I didn't do shit, I'm going to regret it. If I fail, I learned. Like, I don't care if I fail. And my wife, this is, marry the right person, people. if your wife does not believe in you, game over. Because that's who you sleep next to every day. That's who you wake up to every day. And if they're in your head with doubt, you're done. You are done. So you have to fucking marry the right person. If you're going to get married or you're in a relationship, you got to have the right person. Whoever you rest your head next to matters a lot. Because my wife was like, what are you going to do? Like, you're just going to lay down here or what? Like, you're not going to go figure it out? What are you going to do? I'm like, oh shit, fuck. Hey, the bills are going to be due. What are you going to do? Fuck. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And she wouldn't do it in a bad way because my wife's a nurse, bro. She makes her money too, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, and she puts pressure on me, right? Not in a bad way, you know?
But because she believes in you.
Yeah.
She believes in you. And I think that's something that most people don't understand is that a woman can be your best friend, but can also be your worst enemy if you are not choosing the right person to be with.
100%.
You are transmitting your energy. You are having sex with them. So that energy is being transmitted every single time to another level of being around just a negative person. But it's another level to sleep with that person on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And if that person is not pushing you to do better, if that person is complaining all the time, if that person is not showing up for you, if that person's not right by your side, you're with the wrong person.
Yeah.
But because that person can break you, can destroy you from everything that you're made of.
From inside.
From everything.
Yeah, bro.
And that's so important. So talk to me about that, bro.
I have the best wife ever, man. She's just, we've gone through some shit, you know, like, and she's always been like, you got it, you can do this. Like,
biggest fan.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, and you know, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we'll have our arguments. And she'll be like, "Oh my god," you know this stuff, and I'm like, "Babe, I got it." Like sometimes I have to reassure her too.
Yeah.
Hey.
But that's as a man. That's as that's you showing up as a husband. That's you showing up as a dad. Hey, we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, you know. And it's just, dude, it's to be an entrepreneur when you don't know or have the network to be an entrepreneur and you're doing it from the bottom is hard, bro. Fucking, I got something earlier. When I started learning to be an entrepreneur, I was forced into it. I didn't know what net and gross meant. That's how bad I was, bro. I didn't know how to balance a fucking checkbook, dog. Like, I didn't know shit. Right? I just knew that I would figure it out. That's all I knew. Fuck it, you know? We'll figure it out. You know, what are we going to do? Cry about it and lay here and just
complain
bitch and moan and blame everybody else and blame the world and blame Socorro, blame El Paso, blame the mate. Fuck all that,
blame the government, blame the president.
You got me fucked up, you know? Nah, bro. So, like, it's just marrying the right person is the biggest difference for me, man. The biggest difference, like, yeah, dude. Like, so we're in Dallas, right? I was real estate. I was working with this guy. We're doing deals. Like, I'm learning.
Wait. Oh, so you quit with your dad?
Oh, yeah. So I get to get back to that, right? So I had that talk with them, bro. Hell broke loose with my family, right? You fucking just abandoned us, all that stuff, right? Like you quit on us, and escudo, all that stuff, right? And then I knew that I didn't do all that. I knew that what I was doing was going to benefit us in the long run. Because I couldn't work with my dad at that point because of our differences in leadership. Right? Imagine, if partnerships are hard, right?
Yeah.
Add the parental factor to it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Fuck, if you know what you need to do, now you have to convince your dad, and your dad's always been your protector, your provider, your savior, right? What are you going to tell that person when you know or you're confident enough in one of your decisions, and now you have to steer the boat or tell him to steer the boat? You don't. What the fuck are you gonna tell your dad, right? You're gonna fire your dad? You know what I mean?
1,000%.
You're not.
Yeah.
So, and it started getting to the point where me and my dad were having arguments every single time we talked on the phone. Every single time we talked on the phone, it was an argument because I wanted to do this and he wanted to do that. Right? And I had to make a choice, right? And it all came together, bro. I'm not religious as much as I would like to be, but God works in mysterious ways.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate was over here. The wrought iron business was over here, right? We're crossing this path with the way my, my relationship with my family was, and me arguing with my dad all the time. And I was just like, if I continue down this path, one day me and my dad are going to get in such a big argument that's going to ruin our relationship. And I don't want that, right? Fuck no, dude. So I just had to make a choice, man. I was just like, either I continue here struggling and fighting with my family, or I put my big boy pants up and go do my shit that I know is going to benefit my family. So that's a choice I had to make, right? So I did. I'm like full support for my wife, right? She's like, well, you know what you're doing. I believe in you. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. So the guy that was teaching Corey Moody, right? I was like, I'm in, bro, 100%. So I started doing it full time with him, and yeah, man, we started getting deals under contract, assignments. Remember the first time I got a big check for $11,000, bro. Deposited in the bank, call my wife, Shorty. What's I forgot? Money in the bank, Shorty. What you drank? You know what I mean? Call my wife. And yeah, man, it's just.
How was your first check? How did you feel when you got that first check? And I know you're not about feelings, but
I am about. I'm a very sentimental man, bro. Honestly, right here, I've been like holding tears like 3 or 4 times already, right? I am, but and there comes a point where I'm just like, it doesn't matter what I'm feeling. It doesn't matter.
You just gotta do it.
You
just gotta do it.
Ouch. Okay, keep going.
Keep going. No, I know exactly what you're saying. But that seeing it's real.
Yeah,
like,
seeing it's real.
Like when you saw it was real. Like I remember when I fucking when I saw it was real. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So when you saw it was real, you're with Corey. You get your first deal. You lock it up. You see him sell it. Whatever they do with it.
No, bro. Like I do. Like with him, the whole thing was like, you get the deal on the contract, you find the buyer, you TC it. I was like, God damn.
You did it all.
Fuck it, and I did it, right? The TCing part, he came through and stuff, but I had to talk to the buyer. I had to set up the showing. I had to, talking to the seller, talking to the buyer, making sure EMD was deposited, making sure
everything
commitment came in on time. I mean, emailing the escrow officer, all that shit, right? And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? Just based off of me doing my research.
And to elaborate, all the fucking steps that everybody are missing in this. You got the buyer, you got the seller, you got the transaction, you got the EMD, you got the title company, you got the emails, you need pictures, you need a post, you need a fucking market, you gotta...
Yeah. And this crazy part, right, is like, I don't remember how I learned that. I wish I knew how so I can teach my people now, bro. I don't fucking remember how. I figured all that out. Because as much as I love Corey Moody, I had to figure a lot of shit out on my own. Because he would tell me, what, you can't figure it out? You're afraid or what? You're scared? But it was him doing it on purpose.
Bro, that's the best, bro. Like, now that and I think about that now because he was really just pushing, like, do it yourself.
Yeah.
What do you can't do? You need my help?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. And at that point, I'd be like, fuck this guy, man, But he was doing it so that I can figure it out and push through it and not ask him for every little detail, So, yeah, man, I mean, when I got my first deal, like, I can't remember again, like, I remember, but the proof of the concept, that's, you're like, oh, shit, this is legit, this is real, right? This is real, like, okay, let's keep going, okay, let's learn. What the hell, what, why, who, what, And it's just acquiring all that knowledge, man. And this is what I tell people all the time, like, I'm always trying to find somebody that I can hire to work in my office, right? And the questions always come up, right? Are, well, how much do you pay? Oh, well, how much am I going to make? And I'm like, that's cool. But I fucking did it with zero salary, commission only, with family. I had a wife, a son, in a city I had nobody to rely on, right? I left my business that I built from scratch to get zero to start from scratch. So get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Like, we'll figure something out, I guess, but you got a probation period then, you know what I mean? Just because, like, it's hard, bro. Like, you know, it's hard, like, but if you're not committed, you're not, I don't give a fuck if you're making $5,000 salary a month. If you're not committed, you're not gonna make it.
How many of those people have left you and they're like, oh, well, I'll go do it on my own. They go fucking leave and then what happened?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, bro.
And and you try to do the most for them. That's the fucking worst part, bro. And I think that's something that you go with learning. That was my biggest problem. I used to do the most for people. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh, your car broke down. Here, take my car. I'll figure it out. Why am I fucking making your problem my problem so you could work for me, so I could teach you everything on top of X, Y, Z?
But you're the asshole.
But I'm the fucking bad person. But I'm the bad person. Oh, I only get a percentage of this. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
How much, how much money? How much time? How much away from your family?
Yeah.
How much losses? How much earnest money have you lost?
Mm-hmm.
How much, bro, every fucking thing. Yeah, I want more. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So going back to your story, so you go, you're fucking, you and your wife, you're doing deals. You're fucking making it happen.
Yeah, man, and just meeting people, bro. Like meeting so.
How important are relationships?
Oh, dude, you don't have good relationships. If you burn bridges, you're fucked. You're screwed. If you do not nurture, and if you don't, actually come through what you say you're gonna do, you're gonna leave. You're gonna have a bad reputation. When people talk, bro. Right? If you fuck somebody over, people will know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, people will know. And people don't get that, bro. I see shit on fucking just, oh, this person. Don't do deals with this person. Don't do deals with that person. And to me, I'm the type of person that I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'll figure it out myself.
But I know what to watch out for now.
Mm-hmm.
People, okay, you did this person wrong, you did this person wrong. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? And some people, they surprise you, right? They actually come through and you're like, all right, cool, we'll do another deal, whatever. But some people, you're like, damn. Whatever people were telling me actually was not as bad as what it actually turned out to be, you know what I mean? It's just, your reputation's everything, man. And having the right people around you and the right network and talking to the right person, asking the right, okay, this is the other thing, bro. Be careful who you learn from. Be careful who you learn from. And TikTok and all these fucking YouTubers, celebrities, whatever influencers talking about, I got sub-twos for days and all that shit. Be careful. Because they're probably doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Make sure that who you learn from is actually doing the deals and sharing the losses. Mm-hmm. The fuck-ups. This is where I fucked up. Watch out. Real estate is not rainbows and butterflies, bro. It is the hardest shit I've ever done. It requires so much from you. It requires so many skills. And people don't talk about that. Real estate requires people skills, money skills, legal skills, fucking construction skills. Fuck, bro, just so many different things that you have to at least have, like, a certain... Oh, bro.
It's like a fucking, the fighting power, like in Mortal Kombat.
You cannot be basic on all.
Yeah. No, you have to.
You have to be like a level 3 on every single one of them to
Yeah.
make it in real estate, bro. Like, you cannot just have a basic understanding of construction because the contractors are gonna fuck you, right? You can't have a basic understanding of money because if not, you're gonna get fucked by yourself, right? You can't have a basic understanding of marketing because if you do, then you're not gonna get deals. You can't have a basic understanding of
locking up a deal.
of talking to people, right? If you don't know how to talk to people, you're fucked. If you don't know how to sell, you're fucked, right? And if you have the basic level on all of those, you're gonna do okay. But if you start all those skills, you start mastering all those skills, boom, you're gonna be flipping 5, 10, 20 houses a month. Boom, you're gonna be locking up 5, 10, 20 houses a month. You're gonna be TCing 5, 10, 20 houses a month. You're gonna be, getting residual, income from 5, 10, 20 houses a month, right? Like, once you understand the basic and you build off of every single skill set, that's when your real estate career takes off. Because if you're just good at acquisitions, but you're not good at, managing marketing, you're fucked. If you're not good at being a leader, you're fucked, right? You're gonna be fine with 1-2 deals a month. That's cool, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I was about to say, there's no problem with that. Even fucking, you want to do 2 deals a year. You want to flip 2 houses a year.
That's cool, right?
That's good,
right? But if you want to scale,
if you want to grow, you want to live that fucking TikTok life. You want to live that shit that all these motherfuckers. And see, going back to what you said, it's important to know who you're learning from.
Yeah.
How many fucking people do you see out there that haven't even done a deal in their life and they're trying to teach?
Shit, bro.
They're over here talking about a mindset, but they ain't doing shit. They're over here talking about, it's basic, bro, fucking wholesalers. Oh, I'm a wholesaler, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You've never wholesaled a property.
Yeah.
You don't even know what a contract is. You don't, just the basics. And social media, people put what they want you to see. It's a reality of it. It's all perspective.
And this is the other thing, right? If you meet somebody that teaches and they want to say that they're the only ones, or they want to come off as I'm the best, I'm the fucking Mac Daddy of El Paso, that's the wrong venture. Because I've still yet to meet somebody, right? And I've been in 2 cities, right? I've yet to meet somebody that I can say, that motherfucker knows everything. No.
Bro.
Notes is a different world. Listings is a different world. Buyers is a different world. Rentals is a different world. Commercials is a different world. Fucking land is a different world.
Mobile home parts. RV
God,
parks.
bro. Warehouses.
Industrial,
Apartment complexes. Small strip malls. Everything is a different world. And nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything. So when I see people be like, oh, I'm the fucking best in the West, and I'm just like, later, you know what I mean? I know they're about bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard when you're learning. And you see somebody that says that they know everything, I'll teach you everything. It's hard because I remember when I was there and I was like, oh shit. I won't say names, right? Oh, this guy out here, you're like, damn. And then you start realizing, like, oh, damn, they're full of shit. Oh, damn, they're full of shit. And again, it goes back to your network, right? Because, people I met that actually did deals, they're like, oh, why are you following that guy? And I'm just like, oh, he's so much value. And I'm just like, they're like, bro, that motherfucker does not do deals. And you're like, really? Like, yeah, it's just taking everybody for a ride. I'm like, no shit, right? So you start picking up, right? You start
tracking that shit.
Yeah, you start realizing, damn, like, I need to really be careful who I do business with, right? I need to really pay attention to that stuff because if I get into a deal with somebody that's known for, fucking you over like, damn, that's gonna be a stressful time. You know what I mean? Like, real estate is hard, man. And with that, you know, it's like, no, bro, real estate is hard, bro. Like, people don't realize it. You know, it is hard, dude. Hard.
You posted something the other day on your Facebook, and I ran into these fucking multiple times, bro. John Train.
Oh shit,
bro. So one of
the worst of the people that defend him,
bro. Oh my gosh, bro. So I actually came up on a John Train property, and I ended up hiring the guy. I hope he's not here, but he just lost his house, and I told him his wife took away his car today. This all happened this morning, and I told him exactly what to do and stuff like that. But seeing what this guy is fucking doing is like, people, I mean, because there's bad people out there, and you can really fuck over people. And that's the reality. And going back to knowing who you're learning from is like, bro, there's people's fucking families on the line.
Oh yeah.
There's families on the line. There's kids on the line. Bro. How is this guy still fucking alive?
How's he free?
Bro, what the fuck? How's he still alive, bro?
Bro, I've ran into a couple of that guys' just deals, and I'm just like, fuck. It's crazy, right? Is that they've passed, I don't know if it's legislation or they've passed policies in Texas because of John Train. They made changes to raps. They've made changes to sub-twos because of John Train and some other guy, I forgot. You know, El Paso, bro. It's crazy. Two of the biggest con artists for raps and sub-twos and stuff have been in El Paso, dog. That's fucked up. You know?
Bro.
And they've changed laws in Texas because of those people. You know what I mean? They've made it harder because of those people, right? And it's just like, you run across them in the title commitments, and I'm just like, shit. Because even title companies have gotten fucked because of the way they structured a deal. Title company didn't pick it up, and then it comes back, and they're like, what the hell happened? I thought you guys insured it. I thought you guys checked it with your underwriters. Yeah, but John Treen had a fucking, over here, he had a fucking, I don't know, dude.
Bro.
He pulled the card out of his sleeve, you know what I mean? So.
Literally cards out of his sleeves as all this is unfolding. He ended up, our employee ended up telling us that he met the guy that John Train gave a power of attorney to like sign off. And he told him like, hey bro, like, I need you to reverse the deed back for me. And the employee told him like, yeah, I'll sign back the deed to you. I don't know what ended up happening, but like him and his family are going through this whole situation. But I'm just like, bro, over and over and over and over and over. I'm like, bro, how?
And he's still free, bro.
How?
I mean, we could speculate, right?
Yeah, that's all we can do. But
nothing of this. None of this is real, guys. This is just us talking shit right now, okay?
Yeah, 1,000%. But I think the biggest thing that everybody needs to understand is this industry is not easy. No, it's not easy. Is it doable?
Yeah.
1,000%. 1,000%. Anybody can do it if they're willing to learn, they're willing to sacrifice, they're willing to hustle, they're willing to go through it all. Wholesaling is the first thing, and I want to go kind of the last thing. Bro, I had questions for you. And I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah.
These are the conversations that I live for, and I think that more people need to see the fucking realness behind this industry. Yeah. It's fucking real, but you have to be willing to become obsessed with it. Have you read the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average?
I have not read that book.
That book right there, I mean, just everything that he says, it just really empowers you because your motivation is going to continuously to come and go. Always. Motivation comes and goes. But it's a discipline. It's a commitment to knowing where you're going. And as long as you know where you're going and what you want, you have to be willing to push through everything and overcome any hurdle that comes through.
It happens, bro. All the time. You just, I don't feel like it. Yesterday I didn't feel like it. You know what I mean?
But you still did, right?
Yeah, I showed up to the office. I went to the office after hours. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to go home. I want to go to bed. You know what I mean? Fuck. No. Right now I've been doing this thing, right? I've been working till 2 in the morning for at least 4 days a week. Okay? And I wake up at 5:30. 4 days a week I'm trying to do that, right? And I've been should been doing it for like the past month, 3 weeks. And it's hard, bro. But I'm committed, right? I gotta figure this shit out. I have this plan, I have this idea, I have this thing that I gotta figure out. Like, I still owe my family that I quote unquote abandoned when I told them I was leaving for, right?
What's that plan? I want you to share the plan.
Bro, I just
What's that ideal? What's that vision look like?
retirement for my family, my parents, right?
Retirement
Rentals for my nieces and my nephews. A trust for college. If they want to go to college, it's there. It's there. If you want to go to college, prove to me, first of all, that you fucking can go to college, right? But it's there, right? That's what I want to do. Down the road, put as many houses as I can into a family trust, and all the money is there if you want it and you can prove that you can do something. If you're fucking over there pendejo, you're not gonna get it. But yeah, man, that, and then retire my parents. Again, right, going back to our parents here, or at least like the culture here, right? How many people here actually save for retirement, bro?
Yeah.
How many people here have an IRA?
Bro, we see it in our tenants.
Oh,
bro, our tenants, it's that right there. Sometimes I mean, this hurts me, and I see these tenants, bro, paying $300. The rent's going up. No puedo, ¿qué voy a hacer? I'm like, this is the way we were taught. This guy is not set up. He's 80 years old. He still thinks he could work, not realizing that inflation was right behind him, not realizing that all this is behind him, but this is where the government, I believe the government's a scam. We're taught to go to school till we're 18 years old. I don't think kids, what they teach, and they teach this where, oh no, you can only learn right here, 4th grade level. Oh, you're at 5th grade level? No, you can only learn this. And they cap us. They cap our kids. And I think that's complete bullshit. Because now it's like, no, I know you can learn more. Look, this is how you do interest. This is how you run money. This is why you don't save. This is why you invest. So you look 18 years old, you go to school 10 years, you're 28, then you work another 25 years. By that time, you're 50, 55, 60 years old, then you think you could retire. But 10 years later, inflation's through the roof. Oh shit, my retirement, my social security is not keeping up. Oh shit, I gotta go back to work. And then all of a sudden, I remember this clearly with my grandpa. As he got older, he became more broke. And it's just like, no. And it was like, los taxes, los impuestos, all this bullshit. And it was the reality of it, though. Because they didn't teach them. They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to figure it out. And I think that's what happens is, so going back to retiring, answering your question as far as how many people save for retirement or retire, nobody. Especially in our culture, in our community.
Yeah, man.
Really the impact that I'm able to make in people's lives. Like I see my mentees, bro, and I'm just like, this, one of them, he's a GM of PF Chains. And he's like, bro, I can't believe I just made what I made in 1 year. I'm like, in one check. And I'm like, not every deal's going to be like that. But this is real. There's another mentee, I bought a sub 2 from him. And it's at a 6%, bro. It's at a 6%. And it wasn't a good deal. But I thrive off of just showing you how real this shit is.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it did turn into a good deal because I turned it into a rental. And it rented. But I'm just like, bro, just being able to, the impact, and going back to your wife on the same page, me and her, like, bro, we're really changing people's lives. Not just people to get into real estate, but the sellers, the fucking buyers, the fucking investors, people that fucking make so much money and don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm DMing this doctor back and forth right now, and he's just like, bro, I have $500,000. I'm about to sell my partition or whatever the fuck is a pediatric company for $250, and I'm just like, well, what are you doing, bro? Well, I just paid off my mom's house, bro. Leverage, like you gotta think bigger. Like you're in a position where you're good at what you're doing, but just the ability. I think the dopamine is. How many more people can I go help?
That's crazy.
How I thrive off of that because at the same time, I want more kids, bro. I want to have 10 kids. I want to leave a fucking legacy. Like, I want more, but to literally just do more because I know I'm capable of more, bro. Yeah. I know I'm capable of more, and just when I have a conversation with somebody, I'm able to like just. I tell this all the time. Anytime I talk to somebody, I want to make sure I deliver value. Some like even if it's just one thing, value, because I want to leave an impression in their life. Even an employee that works here and they leave me, they go up. I did it. That's what you needed. That's did cool, it, bro. And the more people I look back at everybody I've ever had an interaction with or that I've done business with, it's just like I helped them. They were in a dark place, and I just thrive off of fucking helping people, bro. Because I never had a me. I never had the opportunity to say, Chris, you got this. Go believe in yourself, bro. You have so much more in you. Don't be a little bitch, bro. Just show up. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. You never know how far away you are. Yeah. Just by that one more conversation, that one more phone call, that one more time, that one more. And I want to be the person for everybody else that I never had. Yeah.
That's, again, going back to, like, that's what's going to make El Paso a better city, right? We keep doing shit like that, because you go to other cities and that's what they have. You know, they have just all these millionaires, billionaires, just this event, that event. We're gonna do this, you know, and just like God damn.
But the obsession, bro. You're obsessed. One thing I'm learning. Have you read the book How to Buy Back Your Time? Nope. Bro, you have to read that book. Yeah. You're a family guy. Yeah. You're a family guy. Me and her.
Okay. I have this problem, and I'm trying to fight through it. Okay, and it goes and it's a problem that comes from the way I was raised, and going back to how I figure everything out. That's my problem. My gift is also my curse, because I get so in my head sometimes that I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out. I don't need nobody to help me. I don't need your help. I'll figure it out. And that's my problem. My gift is also my curse. Because I get so into, like, I know, I can see it. I can see the problem. I just need to fix it. I know how to fix it. Let me fix it. And then someone says, hey, well, no, I got it. And that's my curse.
You know what's helped me overcome that? Because I'm the biggest micromanager, bro.
I'm not a micromanager.
Well, I am a micromanager, but because I want to help everyone solve every fucking problem. Yeah. That's where I go in. Is you identify the problem.
That's where I get my dopamine from.
The problem solving. Yeah. But what do you enjoy doing the most?
Problem solving.
Problem solving for who? Like in what? Like what would you say is the biggest ROI in the problem solving that you're good at and that you love to do?
When I help a seller that couldn't find a way to sell their house, and I got it done.
Dude, that's a fucking dopamine right there. Bro, that's the best one.
You know, because you feel great about it. I helped somebody out. Oh my God, they weren't going to do it. They were about to, whatever happened. They've been struggling for this with years. Whatever the fuck it is, right? Mm-hmm. You got it done. And then you turn around and you're like, fuck yeah, I got it done. You know what I mean? Dopamine.
So,
you know?
So going back to what you're saying, your biggest problem is your curse. But look, so in that book, bro, it talks about putting people in play. The easy part is already done. You already identified the problem. I like solving all my problems. But solving all your problems is not going to be your greatest ROI. Your greatest ROI is going to be talking to sellers. So how do I put people in place to maximize my time so I don't go till 2 in the morning. Maybe I don't go to 2 in the morning, but I go till 7, which I used to think was so unrealistic. I'm like, there's no way I could fucking stop at 7. There's just no way. However, that's family time.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing this, and my whole mindset, like, I feel like I continue to hit these levels, bro, where I'm just like, oh shit, we're here again. Oh shit, we're here again. Like, and I'm learning it. And identifying the fucking problem, that's the hardest part. Once you do that, then it's like, you're a problem solver. The problem here is you want to solve every fucking problem.
The problem is that I believe I can.
But you know
but
you
I can't.
but see, you know you can, but it's going to take what? Time.
Yeah, forever, right?
It's going to take time. How long is it going to fucking take?
Too fucking long.
So how do I change that?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
And I've been working on that, right? Like, I've been trying to get people in the office, right, to help me out and stuff like that. And it's working, right? It's working right now. It's like I've seen, I have Alex in the team now. I have 2 agents in the team now. And oh shit, boom, there it goes. You know what I'm saying? And now the problem is, how do I lead them? Now that's my obsession, right?
Oh my gosh, bro, that's what got me at 75 hard, bro.
Yeah. Now, how do I do this? How do I do that? Like, how do I get them more deals? How do I get them more opportunity? How do I make them invest? How do I... It's just...
And you're figuring it out. So one thing that I saw in my business, like when this whole separation happened, bro, is like SOPs. SOPs, like, what the fuck? I just got rid of everybody. I want to start. You tell me I got to start. No, what the I saw that. And that's something that I could recommend to you, bro, that I could share with you. As these people are doing it, have them create SOPs. What did you do today? What are you doing on their own? Perfect example is, what the fuck's happening right now with the computer? The sound check. Okay, we're getting ready. This is going to go into the SOP. My mind's just going on that. It's like, okay, we need headphones. We need to check the sound. You need to check the sound. Okay, cool. We need to make sure there's memory. Okay, and everything. But now it's like, I'm rewriting the script for a production, on the production side. Same thing, acquisition, real estate agent, SOP.
That's what I've been saying at 2 a.m. till 2 a.m. for, bro.
Bro.
Working the fucking SOPs, bro. Because that's the hard part. Like, how do you replicate what you're doing? How do you teach it to somebody and then that person doesn't work out? And fuck, I gotta start over again. I gotta teach this person the same shit.
I saw that, bro. I experienced that, bro. Yeah. It was the fucking worst, but what did I do? We got this. We got this. Look, we already know how to do this. Look, we just gotta do what we don't want to do, but we have to do it.
Yeah. So that's what I stay until 2 a.m. for right now, bro. Just working on SOPs. Like, now managing what I have going on, all this stuff is just like, god damn, growth.
Bro,
growth.
You have to read that fucking book, bro. Do you like reading?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro. Have to, bro.
Yeah,
have to.
I will. Yeah.
It literally changed. I mean, it changed the game for us, and it's just like I knew what we had to be done. But then sometimes again, like I was like, no, we could do this, we could do this or this way. Now that my calendar is full. Like, I literally have a time when I know I'm going to go the podcast. That's scheduled. When I know I'm going to do the gym. When I know, like, I'm really becoming tight on that. It's just starting out. Don't get me wrong. It's like, but
bro. Like, and it's never going to end, right? You're just starting out. It never ends.
You're chasing. That's what I told one of the guys that I was talking to. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah.
You got to learn to enjoy it. Yeah. It's never going to end.
No.
Oh, I want to get into real estate and do one deal. You do one deal. I thought you did it. Stop. Your life's over. Oh, it's not going to end. So let's go back, David, to we're talking about the government. The governments.
Yeah, what were you saying? I think we were saying that
you were saying like how everything's my fault. Like we have control.
Because we were talking about how our retirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, your tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. No, I was just saying that like I like to take ownership for everything that I do, right? And in that same spectrum is like, we always want to say the government did this, the government did that, but at the end of the day, we fucking let them, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if the government doesn't want us to succeed or whatever, right? Like, it's just, there's so many ways that you can pick yourself up, especially nowadays, right? And go to a place where you can learn. It used to be a library. Now it's a fucking iPhone or your phone, dude. You have your phone, right? How many TV shows are you watching? Switching. How do I get a retirement? How do I, figure out how to save, $1 million by the time I turn whatever, right? It's all on the internet. It's all on the internet. It might not be complete in one place, but it's there, So when people say, like, the government, yeah, the government's, they do their bullshit, but we let them, right? We elected them. We continue to elect them, right? And we depend on them to give us our basic needs, and that's when we get fucked, right? Like, when you depend on the government's Social Security, the Medicaid, all that stuff, right? I've had people, bro, that do not want to sell their house unless they don't get screwed on their Social Security. I've had people reject tens of, even hundreds of thousands of dollars because they don't want to lose the $800 a month they're getting from the government. And I'm just like, fuck. You know what I mean? That's by design, maybe, right? Some fucking crazy elite person figured that one out. If we keep them at bay, or whatever, we keep them, on our hand. But it's just crazy to me that how the hell do you prefer to keep suffering with $700,000-$800,000 a month instead of taking ownership, taking responsibility, taking the initiative, taking the, self-assessment. Stop blaming other people, right? It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not real. Depression is real. Mental illness is real. It's fucking real. I've gone through it. I'm sure you have too, right? But you cannot forget who you are. You cannot forget that you're capable. You have to remind yourself, like, I can fucking do this. And that's when the government can go suck a dick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The victim mentality is what people
talk about. Bro. That victim mentality keeps us screwed up, man. And, we all have different, walks in life and stuff like that. I can't speak for everybody and all that stuff, but for myself, like, I was telling you earlier, bro, like, I was broke. We lived in my mom's friend's house's garage when I was in middle school or high school, I remember. Right? That's homeless, pretty much. While me and my dad were building a house. Right? And I'm so grateful for that, bro. Like, I tell my dad, like, when I was there, I was upset, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, all my friends out there with the girls right now, my homie's over there losing his virginity or whatever, and I'm over here building a house? What the fuck, right? And I was so pissed at the moment, but now as an adult, I'm like, thanks, Dad. Like, fuck. Thanks that you made me on a Saturday morning, Friday after school, to get my ass to the house because we're going to work. Because we have to do this, And I'm not special, bro. Like, I'm not special at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? We figured it out. It was just hard, you know what I'm saying? But people forget what they're capable of. people forget what they're capable of. People think the hardship is terrible when the hardship is not terrible. It actually, in my eyes, at least when things get hard, that's when it gets interesting. Because that forces you, pushes you, at least, right, if you're reactive,
Mm-hmm.
to think, to take action, to grow, to seek God, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, to educate yourself. How do I get out of this mess? How do I get out of this bullshit? How did I get in this bullshit, right? Why am I here again? That's where you grow, bro. Oh, this is why I'm a fucking pendejo. You know what I mean? Oh, this is why, because I let this guy fuck me over. Damn. Never again. Let's start again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it happens. It doesn't happen when you're over there in Hawaii or whatever. It doesn't happen there. It happens when you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not one to steer away from difficulties, bro. I actually just, when I'm too comfortable, I'm like, how can we go get into some trouble?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How can
for
we
sure.
go push, oh, I'm going to start staying up till 2 a.m. And people will be like, you're fucking crazy. You're sleep depriving yourself. And all that shit. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Right? Right now I'm fucking sleepy, right? Like, you know, I want to lay in bed at 9 p.m. with my wife. Of course I do, right? That's my, honestly, and that's my favorite time of the day. When I lay in bed next to my wife.
Bro, I say the same thing, bro. When I'm cuddling, it's just like,
bro.
this is what I look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best time of the day.
It really is, bro, right?
Bro.
And it's just like, I can't do that today because I have to get us to the promised land.
To the next level.
To the next level. Fuck. Right? And it's hard, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
how many people call you crazy? How many going, like, emphasize on that? I want to talk about that real quick. It's just like, you're sleep depriving yourself.
I don't even know, bro. Or whatever.
But,
You know?
so, it's funny that you say that because a lot of people, I'm like this, bro.
Yeah.
And I'll get someone to tell me, like, Chris, it's because, like, this, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I see the fact that I'm even talking to you, allowing you to bring that negative bullshit up into my life. Stop talking about that. Let's talk about how we're gonna grow. Let's talk about how we're gonna how can I help you? How can I serve you?
Yeah. It's just you have to have some thick skin. Thick skin, bro. Because people get under your skin. They can get so easily. You know what I mean? Just, who the fuck is this guy, right? Who the fuck is that guy? Like, why are you doing this shit? Why are you doing that? You're gonna do this. You're affecting your family. You're not there for your kids. You're not there for that. And certain things are right, right? Certain times, like, oh shit, I caught myself like, oh whoa, I'm way too deep right now. You know what I mean? I'm way too far in. Whew, let me take a step back, right? There's been times where I'm like gone from home, bro, like morning to like night, 3-4 days in a row, right? Just talk to my wife over the phone, the kids, right? I've done things like that, and then I'm just like, oh shit, that's not what I'm here for. Okay, figure this out. Let me do some shit. Let me do that. But it's, you cannot let people tell you what you can and cannot do, bro. Only you know what you can and cannot do, right?
How much backlash have you heard from your brothers, sisters, or other family, your wife's family, and stuff like that on that shit?
Probably daily.
And I bring that up because I think a lot of people go through that.
Daily, bro.
A lot of people are like, oh, I haven't seen them, or oh, you guys are always working. Oh, it's not healthy for the kids. Oh, you're always at the office. Oh, you're always fucking complaining. You don't fucking pay my bills.
Yeah.
You're not fucking taking me to the promised land.
But if it's from your family, right? Depends on how your family is, right? I know my mom calls me, right? And she's like, what are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Aquí en la oficina.
Todavía.
¿Y Dani? A la casa. ¿Y los niños? A la casa. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, mom, what happened? What's going on? No, pues quería hablar con mis nietos. And I'm like, well, they're at home. They're called Danny. He's like, well, sí, ¿a quién más le hablo? And they're like, damn, okay. Right? Stuff like that, right? And my mom, the reason she tells me that I know, right, is because she knows that family is important. She wants my kids to depend on me, to be there for me. She wants me to be there for my kids so that they grow up good kids. Because if I'm an absent father, I see this shit all the fucking time, right? Divorces and shit like that. Entrepreneur divorces rate is like off the charts, right? There's a balance there, bro. And it's hard, right? It's hard, right? But thankfully, my mom keeps me in check, right? My wife keeps me in check. Because if it weren't for them, right, I'd realize it when I'm fucking too far in. I'm like, oh shit, my kids, my wife.
And that's the importance of the relationship with your wife that a lot of people miss is accountability, is those conversations. How did I show up this week? How did I do this week? What are our plans? What does a month look like?
But to get to that is hard.
Mm-hmm.
To get to that mindset and that discipline is hard. And I'm going through that right now, right? I have 3 kids, bro. I have a 1-year-old, 4-year-old, 8-year-old. Children, kids. And I'm also my business is taking off.
Building.
Right? Balance those now. Because I want to be there for my kids. I want to be a good dad. I want my kids to have great memories. I want my son to trust me and to ask me for advice. And I provide him good advice, right? I want my daughter to not let some fucking pendejo, talk to her and make her do shit she doesn't want to do, right? So I need to be a good dad, right? I don't want some other fucking guy sweet talking my wife, right? So I have to be a good husband. And on the other hand, I have 20,000 SOPs I gotta fucking record. I have leads that I haven't touched. I have transaction coordination going on. I have to respond to this email, right? I have to train my people. They haven't had their deals. They need to make money. They have families too, right? And it's all like, it's heavy. So how do you manage that, right? I don't know. You tell me, right? That's the balancing act, And
good support
you could
system,
be a piece of shit and not give a fuck, right? You could be like, fuck my business, or you could be like, fuck my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll live with those results, right? You'll live with that when you're down the road, you know what I mean? But damn, bro, that's the hard part. At least for me right now, that's where I'm just like, what do I do?
How to buy back your time?
This
bro.
This morning before I came over here, right? I cleaned the kitchen at my house, right? Did I finish? No, but my wife's been working, this and that. So it's like, fuck. And I see her in her face and she's just like, oh, fuck. So today I'm like, all right, let me do some shit at home. Right? Let me do some shit at home. While I'm getting all these emails, bro. Like, oh, the title commitment said this shit. And oh, the listing is wrong. There's actually 4 bedrooms, not 17. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
The bullshit in the back.
And I'm just like, washing the one place bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to be home. I have to be present. I have to be there for my family, not just financially, but present, bro. And that's hard when you have this empire that you're trying to build. And you see it, you're like, oh shit, it's working.
It's working.
It's starting to boil,
It's working moment.
Babe,
it's working.
Yeah. Yeah. It's starting to brew, right? And you're there, you're just like, oh shit. You can't step away from, at least for me, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody, you do your own thing or whatever the fuck, right? But if it ever comes down to it, if either you lose your family or you lose your business, I know I can rebuild that business whenever the fuck I want.
All day.
I choose my family every single time, you know what I mean? And
there's so many people, going back to what you said earlier, I think the divorce rates in fucking entrepreneurship.
it's terrible, bro.
But because people get so caught up, boom, 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 boom. It is a balance. It is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you nailed it. Making sure someone doesn't make her happy. Making sure your son, making sure your daughter. I think a lot of people don't realize it. However, how are you overcoming these objections right now for somebody that's going through the same thing, you personally?
How do I do
How
it?
are you overcoming these objections?
Oh shit, bro. I don't know if I am. Right? But I try. What else am I gonna do? Sit here and cry about it? Right? No. I'll figure it out. Today, like, right, I'm getting better at, filling out my calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a planner, managing my time blocking. That's how this conversation lit up, because you were talking about how you're managing your time, all this stuff, right? But to have that discipline is trying to get to that discipline is hard, especially if you're not used to it, So how do I manage it now? Ask me in a year, bro, when I fucking figure it out, to be honest. I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure it out, right? Do I feel like I'm doing a good job? Maybe. Could I be doing better? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm doing what I can. I know I'm present with my family. I try to be home every day by 6, 7 o'clock. Put the kids to bed, do homework, right? I take my son to school every day, my daughter, I try to do things, right, so that I'm there, but it feels like it's not enough sometimes. It's not enough. There's other shit I need to do at home. There's other things that need attention, right? My daughter talked back to my wife yesterday. Oh, is it because I'm not home enough? Or why? Fuck. Oh, my son lied about his homework. Is it because I'm not home enough? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that comes to your head, bro, right? And you're just like, damn, what I do? Fuck it, I'll just quit all this. Right? Try just let this business collapse and I'll just
blow this shit up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because my family's that important to me. Right? And it's just like, fuck, bouncing back. But the real answer is do better. It really is. Be better at managing your time. Be better at delegating, right? Make your time with your family more valuable, right? So when you do things with your family, it's actually meaningful time. That's what you need to do, right? Not
quick fix. Let's go do this and then.
Yeah, or yelling at your kid. Hey, you can clean your room, all that stuff. Like, bro, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be there in a good mood, so that your son can approach you, your daughter can approach you, your wife can approach you. If it's too stressful, work is too stressful, and they can't even talk to you because you blow up, like, fuck, you're gonna get fucked. You know what I mean?
So I want to go back real quick to something is what we talked about earlier of how important is it to be with somebody that you sleep with every day?
Oh yeah.
Because she supports you. She believes in you. She's not giving up as long as you keep showing up.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, but then they also have limits.
Mm-hmm.
They also get tired, right? They also need this is too much already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like if your wife supports you today, she's not gonna support you forever if she doesn't see results, right?
It's the reality of it.
That's the reality of it, right? So it's just like
You say you're getting better, but you're not doing shit.
mm-hmm.
You say there's this, you want to do this and this and this.
Yeah.
But where's that?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's this? Where's that?
Right. So it's just you just can't take advantage of it either.
1,000%. So there's this saying that I always say, and I want to know your thoughts on it. Your thoughts on it is, I believe I can do it all. I do all of it. All of it. I'm not saying I could go in there and I could fucking write a script. I'm not saying, but I can do it all in a sense of I could show up as a husband, I could show up as a dad, I could show up as a mentor, I could show up as a leader, I could show up as a team. What are your thoughts on that?
That's how I feel. I could figure it out. Honestly, like, and again, that's my curse, right? I don't reach out for help. My partner gets mad at me for this because I feel like I can do it. I can figure it out, bro. Right? I can do it. Yeah, I'm sure you can, but sometimes you need help, right? Sometimes you need to delegate it. Sometimes you need to accept input, right? And, you know, it's, I guess it's good that you have the confidence to say that you can figure it out. That's good, right? But there's a point where you gotta allow people to also help you out, right? Or look for help. Because if you don't, you're gonna get stuck at your own capacity, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's a hard thing right now. It's just when something happens, like, oh, look, this strategy, this and that, and I'm like, oh, I can figure it out. Like, I can do that. Why can't I do that? Why the fuck can you do it? You know? And I have that shit in my head, bro, and it's just, it's good and it's bad, you know? To a certain degree, it's good, to a certain degree, it's bad. Because sometimes it's just, I got good at not having shiny object syndrome, right? At first I had it, right? But
same, bro. Same.
Now it's just like, even the things that I need to do for my business, instead of reaching out for help, I'm like, let me figure it out. Instead of, hey, Chris, how do you, do you have a script that I can borrow, right? I won't do that, right? Instead, I'll be like, I'm fucking write my own fucking script, you know? And it just, there goes a whole hour, 2 hours, rough draft, all this shit, right? And I'm just like, damn. But here's my script. Right? And it's just,
I got it done, though.
Yeah.
I got it done, though.
And it's terrible, right?
But see, that's the thing, is just at what cost. It's at what cost.
You know? It's just, I don't know, bro. Being an entrepreneur is hard. Being an entrepreneur is really hard. You know?
Bro, I appreciate you. I feel like we're going to keep going on this. I just want to say thank you, bro. Yeah. I want to say thank you. There's definitely going to be a part 2 for this, bro. I appreciate it. And where can people keep up with you at? I know you're big on Facebook. I don't know if you use Instagram.
You know, I use Instagram. What's my handle on Instagram? I think it's I don't even know, bro. And it's just I do what I do just because I think it's either funny or ironic or whatever. Like, I tried to do content creation, but I felt stupid about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, this isn't me. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that. I just felt that way, right? So I don't know. I just posted, but let me see, on Instagram. I probably should, though.
Bro, but
so
this right here,
I want to do, right?
This right here, this is you.
Yeah.
And I think so many fucking people can gain so much from this. And if you gain from this, I want you to comment down below for this guy to start keeping up on social media, because I want to keep up with him. I want to see where he's at in a year. I want to see where you're at in 5 years. And not just because I want to know, but it's like seeing the process. People enjoy the process, bro. What's your Instagram handle?
David_Z_23.
We're going to put that on the screen. Facebook, where can they find you on Facebook, bro?
Facebook is David Zuniga. But if you, I'm careful who I add on Facebook.
Ooh. That'd be special.
Yeah, it's just you get all these spammers, bro.
1,000%.
You get all these spammers, and then now it's just like,
My man, I appreciate you so much. If you guys gained something from today, please make sure you like, subscribe, follow this guy, comment down below whatever it is that you took away from today. And just remember, it's up to you to go out there and do something great. You can't conquer the world overnight. It's 1% better every day.